Are we live? Nobody knows. Nobody knows because it's doing that spinning thing, and I'm just going to talk and get my light set up here. Oh, that's a nice little dry spot. Okay, hi. So I'm a minute or two late because I was actually just enrolling another badass woman into the Bring Out Your Badass 8-week challenge that starts May 17th. So update, there's only 2 spots left in the whole enrollment, and then I got to cut it off. So if you have been thinking about it, if you are, wondering or questioning if this is the program for you, it probably is because you're kind of like in, on my team here and liking what I'm talking about, but I'd be happy to hop on a consultation call and just kind of talk about what your goals are and if it's the right program to get you there, because it's really important to me that I have the right mix of women in there and that my program is suitable to what you're looking for and getting you the best results possible. So again, there's only 2 spots left and I technically haven't even opened enrollment yet. Holy crap. It's a really bomb program and I'm excited to get started with it because it always rejuvenates my my motivation as well. And I'm getting to the point in quarantine where I could really use a kick in the pants. So if you're feeling that way, let's get on a call and let's talk about if this is the right move for you. Today's live training for the breakup with your blank, whatever's holding you back, and bring out your badass, is about breaking up with dieting forever. If you're anything like me, then in your weight loss and fitness journey, you have gone on and off of just about every diet that's out there. Starting when I was probably, I want to say 15 or 16, I started trying every diet possible. I would go on, I would see very little results, or it would be something I couldn't maintain, and then I would fall off. And then it was this back and forth yo-yo, and it always came down to me beating myself up, telling myself that I don't have the discipline, or I don't know, I'm weak-minded or something, and that's why I couldn't stick to this diet. And the truth is, people, dieting does not work. And I'm talking about going on this diet or that diet. If you can name the diet and the title of the diet is not your name, if it is not Peggy Sue's nutrition plan, then it's the wrong plan for you. So here is what I kind of want you to think about when you're reflecting on going on and off diets. When we go on a diet, generally we think about cutting out food. So it's a low carb diet, meaning I don't eat any carbs. It's a low fat diet, meaning you cut out fat. I'm going to go vegan, or I'm going to go vegetarian in hopes of losing weight. I'm going to do raw till 4. Have you heard that? You only eat raw food, whatever it is, it's going to be about exclusion and taking things out of the mix that we feel are bad foods. Okay. So the first thing that happens when we go on a diet is that we immediately start craving all the foods we're not supposed to have. And that is just our inner child, our inner rebellious child being you're not the boss of me. Tell me I can't have cake. That's all I'm going to think about, right? And instead of just fighting against that tendency, it is going to serve us a lot better to learn how to manage it and to actually work the things in that we crave so that we can keep going with the whole system, even if we have a cupcake. Because if you're anything like me, I would get on these diets and I would have a cupcake and be like, ah, shit, I blew the whole thing. I might as well just forget about it and go crazy off the deep end. So the biggest issue with the diet mentality and going on a diet is that it gives you a thought that at some point you're going to be off that diet. So either you're going to eat something that's not allowed, or you're going to have to go out to dinner and there's not going to be the perfect meal for you, whatever. So you're off the diet, which means you failed, which means that you have to start over, which means that you get into this whole negative thought spiral about nutrition. And we have to eat. We can't think that food is the enemy because you literally have to eat to survive. So we have to get over this whole guilt battle against food because you have to do it. So we have to learn how to do it the right way, in a way that is sustainable, that makes us feel good, that lets us have a freaking cupcake and not feel bad about it. So diet mentality is a no-no. Instead of thinking about being on a diet or thinking about eating clean or cutting out all of your favorite things, we need to refocus the intention to now be a nutrition plan or a philosophy that you can just follow that kind of reprograms or retrains your natural habits and your intuition so that you just kind of naturally eat in a way that not only fosters better health for your body, but also helps you to reach and maintain your fat loss goals. So that's why I don't teach a diet. I don't put any clients on a diet. I don't put any clients on a meal plan. I teach them a nutrition approach philosophy that's very flexible, but that teaches you through learning and through observing and staying mindful of your choices, how to actually build meals and create a full day of eating that's going to give you awesome health, that's going to help you lose fat, and that's going to let you have wine or cupcakes or potato chips or whatever it is that is your thing that you just want to be able to work into the mix. So I want you to think about like the ideal situation would be to just naturally and intuitively be able to eat in a way that helps you lose and maintain fat and that is healthy for your body so that you're functioning optimally, right? We want to be energetic. We want to have, the vitality and the spirit and the oomph to live our lives to the fullest. And that means that we have to be fueling it properly. So we have to take the time to retrain your intuition. And you have to take the time to learn about your body's actual needs, to relearn how to build a plate, to track your food. And that's one of the things that is the biggest action that I have my clients take. Whether we're doing macros or we're doing a more intuitive plan, you are going to have to track what you're eating so you can communicate with me and I know and can offer some help, but also so you can do the learning, so you can see where your calories are being taken up for the day, where protein is or is not in your meals, where you can sneak it in, where you are maybe lacking in it. And what that does is it causes experiential learning. So you actually get to learn about what your body needs in terms of calories, protein, hydration, vegetable intake. We're going to learn all of that by doing. And the teacher in me is like, yes, that's the best way to learn anything, because when you do it yourself and you problem solve yourself, you actually internalize the information a lot better than just if I were to lecture to you about proper nutrition. So here is the nutrition philosophy that I teach. And I've shared actually pretty recently, last week, I shared a snippet of a class that I taught about my nutrition philosophy. So you want to go back and watch that again, because I go into much more detail there. But basically, we take the science of eating for health. And when we are thinking about eating for health, we're thinking about adding more to our plate. Okay, so we want to add more healthy fruits and vegetables and whole grains and legumes and things that have a lot of vitamins and minerals. So when you're eating for health, you're eating more of those things. You're adding those things onto your plate. And then there's also eating for fat loss. And eating for fat loss takes into account your calorie and energy balance. So that's when I recommend or help you figure out for yourself what a proper calorie range is for you every day in terms of your body's energetic needs and how much protein we need to be getting to make sure that your workouts and your nutrition are really matching up the way that they should be. So once we've determined those numbers, then you practice adding in more fruits and vegetables and all the healthy stuff and mixing in the fun stuff that you like so much in a flexible way. So at the end of the day, you're hitting your calorie range and you're getting enough protein to make sure that you're really on track to be hitting all your goals easily without cutting out any of your favorite things. Then what happens, and I'm sort of thinking in the context of the 8-week challenge or 8-week group program, because I sort of teach this along the way, but the end goal is that after a few months of consistency and a few months of really soaking in the learning opportunity to learn about your nutrition and your food, is that you wean yourself off of needing to track everything every day, because you've built the healthy enough habits. You have the understanding of what a good plate of food and a good day of eating feels like. And you can sort of back away from needing to physically track your meals, because you have reprogrammed and retrained your healthy habits and your intuition to just do it by the way that your body and your day feels. And then the tracking, the mindful decision-making, the keeping yourself accountable, that's always a tool you can come back to whenever you feel like you need it. But ultimately, the goal is to kind of morph your habits into ones that are suitable for your body. So I wish that I could sit here and say, to break up with dieting, you need to do this things and just list it out for you. But the truth is that the way that it plays out for every person is going to be different. So yes, I have a whole nutrition course that's included in the group program as part of the whole thing that teaches you the philosophy about, you know, how to put together a healthy plate, how to add in more fruits and vegetables, where to get sneaky protein, how to determine your calorie range and your protein target, and how to stay consistent even when you're eating out. Yes, I'm going to teach you all that. But the way that that plays out in your life is going to look different from any other client that I've ever worked with and from myself, because it has to do with your schedule. When do you like to eat? When do you like to eat bigger meals as opposed to smaller meals? What are your food preferences? Like your favorite vegetables, and the way that you can incorporate more vegetables into your day is going to be different than mine, because my favorite vegetables are different. What is your social life like? Is the food culture of your family like? Because that is all going to play a factor into the best kind of food nutrition philosophy for you. And I help you with the consistency and the accountability. I help you to take my plan and then kind of refine it so that it fits you perfectly. And that's the whole goal. So we're not on a diet. No dieting allowed, okay? If you love your nightly bowl of ice cream, I want you to keep having a nightly bowl of ice cream while you're in my program, because I want you to prove to yourself and to teach yourself how to do that and still lose fat, because you totally can. So no dieting allowed. No cutting out your favorite things allowed. Maybe we want to eat less of our favorite things. Maybe we don't need to have an entire bag of tortilla chips every time we sit down to have tortilla chips. Talking to myself on that one. But we can still have portions of our favorite things in a way that makes us not feel restricted, not feel like we're missing out, and not feel like we ever need to go off the diet, because you're not on a diet. You're just eating intuitively and healthfully and for your body's needs and for your goals. So that is my breaking up with dieting forever. Don't ever follow a diet that isn't called like your name's perfect eating plan, okay? Because if it's not for you, you're not gonna be able to stick with it, and it's not gonna be something that is actually gonna get you the results that you want. So if you have any questions about anything that I said, please first go check out that video from last week where I shared a snippet of my masterclass that I taught. I went way more into depth about both eating for health and eating for fat loss, and I shared that right here in this Facebook group. So go check that out. Leave any comments in the comments of this video that you have about anything that I've said. And your daily dare. Oh, I almost forgot about the daily dare. The daily dare is to eat a big ass salad. Big, I'm talking big, like mixing bowl, big salad full of greens and vegetables. And it's one of my favorite ways to add in more of that health like I was talking about. So eating for health is all about eating more veggies. So your daily dare today is to go eat a big ass salad for one of your meals. Okay, lots of veggies, lean protein, a yummy dressing. Take a picture of it, tag me in it, and you will be entered to win that giveaway. Although, if Bring Out Your Badass fills up, then that giveaway becomes moot. Moot? That's a word, right? Yeah, because the app is full. So DM me about Bring Out Your Badass if you want to talk about that. Eat a big ass salad, tag me in it, and celebrate putting some health into your body. And have a great day. Okay. Unless there are questions, I guess I should leave a. All right, if you have questions, comment them and I will answer them later on today. Oh, you're so welcome, Katie. Thank you for joining me live. We will talk soon, guys.